this one get comfortable at 37 weeks?
I don't know.
Wanna sit with us? Yeah? Oh, just give mommy a minute. Hey guys, so we finally are filming another Q&A for you guys. We wanted to do one right before baby makes his or her way into the world.
Another one?
Another one! Yay! So I'm 37 and a half weeks, guys. I'm full term, so baby can come any day. So we're
It's
like,
not at night.
yeah.
I want to sleep.
Yeah. So we're scrambling to film this for you guys as soon as we could. So we're going to be answering all of your like pregnancy, relationship, and parenting questions that we've been getting. I've been getting so many ever since I've been pregnant. So I wanted to just like answer them for you guys.
Question time.
Question time, Lil. Say yay. Okay. So everybody wants to know if it's a boy or a girl that we're having.
We never find out.
We never find out. We don't know. It's kind of like our favorite part about being pregnant is not knowing whether it's going to be a girl or a boy. We've never found out in either one of our pregnancies. Every time I'm pregnant, people tell me I'm pregnant with a boy. They were wrong one time. They were right the second time. And this time everyone's telling me I'm having a boy again. We'll find out.
I
had
different things.
No idea. Did you hear mixed things? Did you hear girl and boy?
People say girl and boy.
Zayden wants a little baby brother. I don't care what we're having. All right, so the big question that we get all the time is how many kids do we want and if we want more kids. Do you want more kids?
Yeah. I want a basketball team of kids.
Ken wants a basketball team. I don't know if I want more kids. I'm just kind of like go with the flow kind of girl. So if another one happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. And I've been like that with all three. So a lot of you guys want to know how far apart the kids are. So Aliana is, how old are you?
3.
No.
No.
4.
4 years old. And Zayden is?
1.
Zayden is actually about to turn 2. He's almost 2 years old in like a few weeks. So 4, 2, and then the third one. And like, funnily enough, all 3 kids are going to be exactly the same apart.
About 2 years apart.
Yeah, just all 3 of them are going to be just under 2 years apart. So it's going to be real.
We're going to be a group.
Yeah. Okay, so this was a really good question. Somebody said, I just had a newborn and I have a toddler. And do you have any tips on how not to lose connection with your toddler once the new baby comes? I feel like I have a different relationship with each kid, just like I have a different relationship with each one of my siblings. It's like, I don't know. Me and Aliana are connected and we're close in a certain kind of way, and me and Zayden are connected and close in a different kind of way.
Every kid is different.
Every kid is different. Like, don't you feel like you have a different relationship with each kid? Mm-hmm. Like, I can't say I treat them both the same because I don't. Tips on how not to get frustrated with your kids. So I get frustrated with these kids all the time. I just don't document it and share it.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, like when you're in the middle of being frustrated with your kids, you're not going to pull out your camera and be like, let me snap my frustration. You just kind of are being frustrated. I feel like kids respond to like your reaction. Like they don't realize something is a big deal unless you make a big deal out of it. You know what I mean? So if they fall down or if they're being crazy, if I start acting crazy, it's only gonna escalate the situation. But if I stay calm while they're being crazy, I'm able to control the situation with my energy, which is what I try to do. I try to be like the one in control, you know? So I just try not to react. That's how I am with most things in life. I just try not to react and I just stay in my own lane. Do you breastfeed your babies, and are you planning on breastfeeding the new baby? Yes. So I breastfed Aliana for 15 months and I breastfed Zayden for 14 months. I don't know, breastfeeding is like probably my most favorite thing in the world, being a new mom, because I don't know, they never hold you like that, you know, like they never cling on to you like that, like especially when they're being delivered and the doctor like passes you the baby, he or she will like, you know, cling to you for like dear life, and like nobody ever clings to you like that. And When they latch on, it's just, I don't know. It's very like a spiritual experience for me when the baby like latches on and they nurse, and just like those first few days of them just like nursing 24/7. Um, it's just like, I don't know. It's a very like, I don't know, spiritual time for me, and I fall into it and I enjoy every second of it, and I get lost in it. And when I say I'm in like pregnancy withdrawal or like baby withdrawal, it's usually because I miss nursing. Nursing is like my favorite thing in the entire world.
Yeah, because as soon as she finishes with the baby and the baby stops and moves to bottles, she's like, I want another one.
I know, every time, and it's true though. Every time we've gotten the babies onto bottles, we get pregnant with another baby.
Yeah.
So somebody wants to know what my first and second and third trimester were like. Honestly, with each pregnancy, it was so different. Like my first, I had a lot of morning sickness, and with Zayden, I had no morning sickness. I had like no physical sickness, to the point that I didn't even know I was pregnant until I was 3 months in. Like when I went to the doctor, they were like, "You're into your second trimester and you're pregnant," and I was like, "What?" Like I had no idea. Like I had zero symptoms with Zayden, but I was extremely hormonal with him. Like I could cry, be happy, smile, get angry in like a span of 10 minutes when I was pregnant with Zayden. And I've never been that out of control with my emotions before. And we couldn't figure out what was wrong with me.
It was scary.
It was like I was a different person. I've never been that person before. And yeah, I was pregnant and I didn't know. And this time I don't know, I've been like extremely zen.
She was really calm this time.
I'm just like, I don't know, this baby's energy, this baby's vibes are so mellow. I feel like it's a lot of Ken's energy.
She was calm but really hungry.
Yeah,
Always
like
hungry.
this baby is you. It's calm and hungry. Like it. I feel like I'm giving birth to like completely somebody that has Ken's energy and vibes, because all I'm doing is eating, and I'm so mellow. I'm so zen. I'm so patient. I don't know. I'm just like careless in a way. I don't know how to explain it. Like I'm not getting stressed out. I'm not getting anxious. I'm just chilling and going with the flow in this pregnancy, and I love it. I love it. I'm not like, I don't know. I'm just doing my thing. I'm chilling. I'm you in this pregnancy. So people want to know how we keep our spark going in our relationship after having kids.
Spark?
Yeah. How do we keep our spark alive?
It's always been food.
That's how we keep our connection.
Yeah.
So me and Ken, like, we're really big foodies. Like when we met, we connected on the fact that me and him both are obsessed with like eating. And we both eat really weird things that nobody else will eat. Like if you put like a giant like octopus in front of us, we'll eat it. Like if you, and I've always been like that since I was born. Like I will eat anything, he will eat anything. Nothing really grosses us out, and we like thrive on trying out like exotic foods and different foods. So that's like kind of like our way of like connecting. But in terms of like keeping the spark in our marriage alive, really healthy thing that I think we do is both of us have our own circle of friends. And we have like a mutual group of friends, but we both also have like our own lives, and it's been like that from day one since we met.
Yeah.
So he'll have his boys' nights and I'll have my girls' nights. We have way more fun than he does.
What do you mean? We play video games, eat food.
And that's it. That's where the boys' nights end. So that's like one thing that we've always done from the beginning. I used to just like get really bummed out like when I was younger, when I would have like really close friends and then they were in a relationship and then all of a sudden I would never see them again. And I just like would get so annoyed, and I'd be like, I am never going to do that when I get in a relationship. Like like I'm going to stay close to my friends. And I did, and it was hard work because you want to just like fall into your relationship. But then I feel like you get lost in it and you lose yourself in it. And I didn't want to lose myself in my relationship or in motherhood. So I keep my life like kind of with my friends and family. I don't know. I keep everything separate and then yet together, you know? I love your family so much and all of the positivity. Did you ever struggle with fertility?
None of these kids are planned. They just kind of...
Like, thank God, we never struggled with fertility, no. But we have a lot of people in our family that are struggling with fertility, and I have a lot of, like, people that follow me on my social media that are struggling with fertility that message me all the time, and it's a sensitive issue, and I don't know how to talk about it because it's not something that, thank God, that we ever struggled with.
Daddy?
But I don't know. We're very hippy dippy, go with the flow kind of people, and we've never tried to prevent pregnancies, and we've never, I don't know, tried to have pregnancies. We just go with whatever happens in life and hope for the best. Wherever life takes us, we go. So were you nervous to start a family, and how do you juggle maintaining your relationship with your spouse and your career? Was I nervous starting our family?
Yeah. We didn't know what to do. We were young.
We were like, so young.
Like, yeah, we were like just married.
Yeah.
We're like the youngest out of all our friends to get married.
Yeah, all of our friends were still partying. We were still partying. We were just like living downtown in Party Central. I was like, what did I do? Like, my life is like my career, my life, like everything. Like, it's so scary in the beginning because you have a plan with your career. You have a plan with your, you know, social life, and you have plans for traveling, and then all of a sudden it just all gets kind of shattered and sidetracked with a pregnancy. You know what I mean? And it's like, I was looking around me at like all of my friends and family that were having struggles with fertility, so I obviously was like grateful that we were able to get pregnant, and I never wanted to be like, oh my God, like ungrateful about it. But it was scary, and it was not something that I planned, and it was something that we definitely had to wrap our heads around the first time, and then after that I just got addicted. After I had her, I was like, oh, this is what it's about. Let's have 500.
I don't know.
Mommy wants 500 of you.
Mommy?
Yes, sweetheart.
Remember that was on your tummy?
Zayden was in my tummy, and now who's in my tummy? Another baby?
Yeah, a new one.
A new one? All right, what's been my biggest craving so far? You're enjoying my cravings way more than I am.
I'm trying to lose weight.
Yeah, every pregnancy, he gains more weight than I do. Every pregnancy. So what have I been craving?
Ice, chocolate,
ice,
misted water.
Misted spray water. Okay, so this is really weird. It's so weird. It's so weird, and I can't even believe I'm telling you guys or saying it out loud, but I'm craving rainwater. And not the type of rainwater that like falls in Canada, like the rainwater that I used to like taste and smell like growing up in Texas. Like, it was warm enough there, and like here in Canada when it rains it's like cold, so we like stay in. We don't really enjoy the weather much. But in Texas when it rains, everybody would like sit out in their garage, put out all the chairs, and the kids would like run out onto the street, and we would like play in the rain. And so I have like all these childhood memories of like always like putting my head back and like drinking the rain as it falls. And then there would be like a certain smell that came up from the grass that like we don't get here. And every pregnancy I crave rainwater. And so to satisfy the craving, it's so weird. I put water inside a spray bottle, and I'll like spray water into my mouth so it feels like raindrops in my mouth. And even if I'm in the shower, I'll just like in the shower and let the water like droplets go into it's not satisfying the craving. It's just like temporarily satisfying the craving, but
it's so weird.
I know, it's so weird, but I'm craving rainwater, and I'm craving ice like crazy. I'm chewing ice this whole pregnancy, which I've never done before. And like even if I'm walking outside and I see like a pile of fresh clean snow, and if nobody's watching, I'm like picking up the pile of clean snow off the floor and I'm eating it. But I just have to like make sure nobody's watching. And I also have to do it when
I've never seen this.
And I also have to do it so when she's not watching, because then she's just like picking up snow off the floor and eating it, and I don't want her to think that that's okay. So I have to be extremely discreet about it, and I can't stop eating snow and ice and drinking water from a spray bottle. All right, so we're going to answer like just a couple more questions. So how do you make it work living in such a small space in a condo?
It's less things to clean. Because if we had a big house, I don't even know how.
Yeah, I feel like
full-time cleaning.
I feel like it's easier doing life in a small space because we don't have a lawn to clean. We don't have
a driveway to shovel.
We park underground. The car's heated when we get in. We're in and out. And that's why we're like addicted to condo life, because
And when
it's
the
too
weather's
easy.
good, we're never inside.
I think like the small space works for us because we're not homebodies. We're always out. We're only ever home to work or sleep
Yeah.
or cook. Like every chance we get, we're out. I've been downtown since I was like 17, 18 years old, and I'm 30 now. So it's not like I can just move to the. When I'm in the suburbs, I get anxiety. Like I'm not somebody that gets anxious ever because I'm constantly stimulated, I feel. But if I'm like sitting at home at like my mom's house, or I spend the week there,
Yeah.
and there's like nothing to do, I get anxious. So I feel like I can't be there. It's just not for us. It's not. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I know most people love like the calm, settled
No, but people
life.
always say how you live downtown.
Yeah.
It's too busy. It's the same way. How you live outside of downtown. It's too
I just think
calm.
everybody has what they like, and this is what we like. This is what we're used to. This is what we grew up around, and this is what's our personalities. How do you manage to juggle everything that you do, blogging, looking beautiful, and cooking?
Include the kids.
Include the kids.
Aliana's a little chef.
I don't want to do things without them because I'm like obsessed with my kids. I'm home with them all the time. I don't have them in childcare. And that was one thing that I told Ken from the beginning. I was like, if you want to start this journey, it's fine if like there's nothing against childcare. There's nothing against people going back to work, and like everyone does what's best for them. But for me personally, if I'm going to have kids, I want to raise them myself. And so I told him from the beginning, if you want all these kids, we got to figure out a way for me to raise them myself. I don't really depend on anybody for help. Everybody thinks that I have like a caretaker with me, but I don't. I'm home with them myself. Obviously on the nights that we have like work events, we have to have our family come over and babysit for us, but we involve them in everything that we do. All right, guys, so that's it for this Q&A. I hope we answered a lot of your questions. If we left anything out, just leave it down below, and we will get back to you guys. We will be posting
More often.
and
more things.
Yeah.
And trying new things.
We're revamping our channel completely.
Yeah.
We have a few things in mind, but if you guys have any suggestions for us and anything that you want to see, leave it in the comments below so that we can film it for you guys. But we're going to be changing things up completely on our channel during and after this baby comes, hopefully.
Yeah.
So stay posted for that, and we're gonna see you guys on the next one. Lils, do you want to say bye to your friends? Ready? 1,
2,
3.
3. Bye bye.
Give them a flying kiss. Mwah. Can we give you kisses?
3, 2, 1.
Bye-bye. Zayden is living his best life.
I mean, what's Zayden doing? What's he doing?
I just want to do that right now. Can I sleep? No, I'm going to try and shoot a tutorial right now.
All right.
My hair looks really good.
Wait.
Let's take advantage of it.